All right, folks, we all know that the share price as currently being, displayed on apps and brokerage accounts and everything, talking about the whole $15 a share or AMC, it's definitely not reflecting the reality of what the stock should be looking at. As a matter of fact, I shared with you many times in the past now how we have some technicalities actually showing us that this could be true, right? Even though those might not be confirmed nor denied, it means it can be true. So let me know in the comment section if you think this is a coincidence or not. But there is a fellow retail investor on Twitter that shared earlier today a screenshot of its TD Amertirade account showing something looking like a glitch on the share price of AMC. And if I zoom in here, you can actually read here, high of $1,007.72 a share on AMC Entertainment Holdings, Class A, AMC ticker. Is it a fake news? I don't know. I couldn't confirm. But is it true, or could this be true? Hell yeah, this could be true. Why? Because at the same time, I don't know about you, but last Thursday, there was a building down in Chicago burning, and it seems as if that building was a storage facility for documents and records owned by TD Amertirade. So again, is that a coincidence that on the week where the SEC is supposed to disclose the meme response on the regulations and the policies and every new rules that is supposed to be enforced on the people responsible for the short squeeze actually not being actually also where it's supposed to be, kind of getting scared and trying to sweep all the evidences underneath the rug? I don't know. That's too much events kind of happening at the same time. But you know what is even more even interestier, if I can use the word, is that when you jump into Fintel, this is the institutional ownership on all the suits, the big boys with the big pockets buying AMC stock. So it's not about a 13F filing, but it's really about a 13G filing, because a 13G filing is a little bit different. It's talk about those who are really owning the majority of shares outside of retail investors. And what is really interesting here is when you look at BlackRock. BlackRock, as of last Friday, February 4th, you can read here, disclosed that they have an increase of 8.3%. That is a change of 295% based on the first time they start buying AMC share. And right now, they are sitting at currently 43 million shares of AMC. 43 million shares. I don't know about you, but if I remember correctly, the last time BlackRock started loading up on AMC, the stock went from this amount around the tens and went shot up all the way to the 72s. Coincidence that they're buying now? I don't think so. You know why? Because BlackRock is really the company that owns the world. There has been dozens of documents made around how BlackRock is so big, how BlackRock is so huge that it really owns the world. So do you really think that a company that is supposedly owning the world doesn't know what is happening behind closed doors, doesn't have ears and eyes in all the matters that are actually affecting some stocks and pockets on the market where there's actually a ton of money to be made? Why do you think a billion-dollar company such as BlackRock will be owning more than 10% of a stock that is supposedly going down, according to Charles Gasparino? AMC called its last stand at stock falters. Why in the heck will so many huge companies and banks buy a stock that is supposed to go down to $5? I don't get it. Either these guys are wrong, either the journalists are wrong. I'd rather go with the latter. Either these guys are wrong or they don't know exactly what the world is talking about, right? But these guys, they seem to know. Even if BlackRock is in here for the lending fees, how did they get? Like 1% a month or 1% around that? it's not a lot more money compared to how many billions they can generate when this whole thing starts. I bet you that if I was in the shoes of BlackRock and I'm hearing that the SEC is supposed to announce some game-changing rules that are going to affect the short sellers in a stock like AMC, given the fact that retail investors are not going anywhere, given the fact that even all the way up to the top, the White House is willing to clean up the market and change how short sellers have been hurting retail investors. Why? Because hedge funds against retail investors, if hedge funds are supposed to be more controlled, it means they're going to go in the low a little bit in 2022, especially with rate hikes being this high. As a matter of fact, Bank of America is now expecting 7 rate hikes this year. That is huge. It's going to be a lot more expensive for them to continue to be short selling in specific stocks like AMC, especially at these current prices. $15 a share, that's a bargain. So based on this, I'm pretty sure that BlackRock is thinking, well, with everything else happening and going on, you know what? Maybe it's time to actually justify to our big clients why we are the company owning the world. And that will be making a lot more money here. So, not financial advice, but if you ask me, this is pretty bullish. I think so.